question, right? Most of us have bad habits that we want to break. I've got an unusual hack for you. Listen to this. Have you ever been to a supermarket or your local grocery store and noticed how they put all the naughty stuff right at the front sometimes, right? Your chocolates, your candy bars, your crisps, all those kind of things right there at the front. Why? Because they know that stuff that we really love to enjoy, and they make it easy for us to access. Have you noticed that? It's right in eyesight. It's right in hand-grabbing view, so you can just grab it. That's what they're doing, but we can use that to our advantage by doing the opposite. What do I mean by that? Here's an idea. Make the stuff that you enjoy, that you know is not good for you, right? So you want to break a bad habit. Make that stuff harder to reach. Make that stuff harder to achieve. Make that stuff harder to get to access. Let me give you an example. Let's say it's some kind of food that you take and you know you probably shouldn't take it, or stuff that you know is naughty and it's going to pile on the pounds, be bad for your health, all these things. What you do is it's about making it hard to get to. Instead of leaving it in the fridge or in a cupboard where you get at it, put it in a shelf that's really high that you have to climb up to get. Better still, stick it in the attic, the loft, right? Stick it in one of those things and it makes it really hard to get that food. Instead, replace the stuff in the shelf and in the fridge with the stuff that's better for you. And you may not instantly like it. It may be stuff that you don't particularly enjoy, but when you have that available, the mind has a funny way. The mind is lazy. It doesn't naturally want to do stuff. So the mind will go and gradually acclimatize itself to the stuff that you now have in the fridge, and its taste will now acclimatize, and gradually, like a child that gets bored with an old toy, right? Our tongues will become bored with the old stuff and they'll gradually acclimatize to the new stuff. And this is a really handy hack. Imagine if it's something else that you're doing, right? There's something else that you're doing that you don't enjoy. It's a bad habit. Make it hard to do, right? If you're easily taking a car to the gym, or you're taking a car to places that you perhaps could be walking, leave the car a block away. Leave the car somewhere further, so when you come out of your door, you don't have the car handy, so you've got to walk to get to where you've got to go. These tactics can help to make those things that are bad for you harder to do, and that's the trick here. Make that stuff harder to do. You know what? It even applies to people. If you know that you don't want to hang around certain people because they bring you down, energy vampires, people who are negative, make it harder for them to reach you. Don't pick up the phone when they call. Don't respond to their WhatsApp messages. Yeah, I'm being a bit provocative here. Don't reply to them easily. Just start to use the power of boundary management and create these healthy boundaries that make it easier to do the stuff that we should be doing and harder to do the stuff that we ought not to be doing, for our own health, for our own mental health too, right? Anyway, that's it from me. I hope that's valuable, helpful, and useful. Share your tips and tricks to how you make good habits easier to do and bad habits harder to do. I'll catch you on the inside. Urban Spirituality, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, all the normal places.